Now, I tell people all the time, they always jump on the wagon, you know. Anytime Bill Maher, Stephen A. Smith, they got Jon Stewart, anytime any liberal, right, goes and makes sense for a little bit, I always say, yeah, they're going to make sense like one time, and then they're going to fall right back. They're going to fall right back into the bullshit why we fucking despise them in the first place. Okay, anytime I'm always telling conservatives this, right? Anytime you hear Jon Stewart, you hear Bill Maher, you hear Stephen A. Smith, when they make sense for a little bit, they say like one or two things that are good, and everybody's just like, "Oh man, they're different now. Look at they're actually going to common sense." No, they're not. They're gonna go right back into race hustling, being disingenuous, saying shit that makes no sense, and just doing the same things liberals do all the time. They revert right back to it all the time, and just like Stephen A. Smith right here.
Because when you handle it the way that the Trump administration is handling it,
how's that?
We want the most qualified, we want the smartest, we want this, we want that. What you're really saying is, we want white dominance again. You stupid bastard. That's what you're really saying. You want white dominance. Because if you're pointing to DEI, and that's usually pointed towards quote-unquote unqualified minorities, because you're always using the word qualified, as if everybody that got a position through DEI is not qualified. We know what you're implying. We know what you're insinuating.
What is that?
And you got folks in the administration, and Pete Hegseth, oh my God, the nerve of him to just join into the fray and give his quote about making sure qualified people have these jobs. You're the defense secretary, whose only job prior to this was as a weekend host on Fox News.
Now, this is why. This is why I never give them their props, because I already know they're going to go right back into the bullshit. And as you see right there, Stephen A. Smith, you're a fucking moron, bro. God damn it. Wow. When he says qualified, we know what it means, white dominance. What the fuck are you talking about? Do you not know what qualified means? God damn, you can't be this stupid, man. You can't be this dumb. I don't think you're this dumb. I think you're purposely doing it because you already know you're going to get people all riled up. You're just like, I mean, Charlemagne and all the rest of them. They start making sense for a little bit and you're like, oh shit. And then right away, you just snatch that right back and you go right to your propaganda.
There's something wrong with you.
And that's all it is. That's why I couldn't watch your stupid show anymore. We're all tired of hearing that shit already, man. Why don't you just talk about how you became successful with hard work? I'm sure you worked your ass off, but you always do the same thing. Same thing. Now, Pete Hegseth, you must be slow then. Because Pete Hegseth, let's go down his fucking accomplishments. I'm going to even use a liberal site like Wikipedia, even though I'm not, whatever. Let's even use Wikipedia as a fucking to go. Now, Peter Brian Hegseth is an American author, television host, and Army veteran who is serving as the 29th United States Secretary of Defense since January 25th, 2025, in the second administration of President Donald Trump. After graduating from Princeton, Hegseth began his career working as an analyst for Bear Stearns. Now, from 2003 to 2014, and again 2009 to 2021, he served as an infantry officer in the Army National Guard, attaining the rank of major. He received a Bronze Star while serving in Special Operations Forces during a combat deployment in Iraq in 2005. In 2014, he voluntarily deployed to Afghanistan to train with the Afghan security forces. Following his military service, Hegseth became an active figure in conservative and Republican politics and was the executive director of Vets for Freedom and Concerned Veterans for America. In 2014, now that's way late in this thing, right? He was a political commentator for Fox and a weekend co-host for Fox Friends from 2017 to 2024. Now, for you to just downplay all that shit, I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible. What have you done for the fucking country? Now, I know you're good at sports, and you're good at basketball. I hate that you try to go into MMA and you try to fucking... You don't know all sports, man. I love how Charles Barkley said it before. You don't know every goddamn thing about every goddamn sport. Stop lying. So, yes, you're good at basketball. But what have you done compared to this man for you to tell him he hasn't done nothing with his life? That he's just a weekend host. Oh, my God. I bet you say the same thing about JD, even though he's done way more than you ever do. This guy's done a lot of... Now, Hegseth has done a lot of stuff. One of the big things would say all the advocacy for the military veterans, man. Whatever. I mean, for you to say he's a DEI, when you're looking at the whole Biden administration, I mean, almost every one of them is all DEI. I mean, look at them all, dude. I just can't see it. Also, I want to add. Now he keeps saying he wants somebody that's qualified, and you see qualified as a bad thing. You see qualified as white, so you see everything else. You see black and brown as not qualified. So maybe that's something you need to work on yourself, bro. You need to do something with yourself because you think so low of other brown and black people. Because I guarantee you don't think like that about yourself. Now, something's wrong in your head where you hear qualified and you hear white power, white supremacy, what? There's white dominance. I don't know where you get that from. I want to know what's really going on through your head. Just because they say qualified, you think of white dominance. Now, again, do you think that low of other brown and black people? Is that what it is?
Well, we're waiting.
Is that what it is? Because if that's it, then at least let us know that you're just a racist. I'll put it back on you. Look at that. You're racist. You're a goddamn racist, Stephen A. No, but it's really silly for you to even put yourself down to this level and say Trump, the way Trump's going about it. What is he saying? He wants the most qualified people. Divide race relations more than they already are. Start trying to rev up race riots and divide people by race more than they already are. Because it's people like you that do this all the time. Now, that's all I'm going to say about you, Stephen A. I don't even say that. I won't even say that's beneath you because I've heard you spew this rhetoric over and over. So, yeah, man, I guess keep it up. You know, I guess if it, yeah, qualified, right? Yeah, I guess that means white people. To me, that means anybody that's earned their keep. That means anybody that's worked hard. Like you worked hard to get to where you're at. So that's what that means to me. Good luck with your race, baby.